Deepshikha, another question that I had in terms of, life of an employee is very different than that of an entrepreneur, and you've lived both in your journey of last 2 decades or more.
Mm.
For people who are contemplating to take the plunge of being an employee to an entrepreneur or solopreneur or freelancer or a consultant for that matter, and I'm asking this as a result of, as I said again, the job market, which is kind of very unique today than how it used to be 5 years ago or 4 years ago for that matter. So given the situation of jobs, a lot of people are pushed into a situation in their personal lives where they don't have a job in hand, but they would want to continue to earn for their families, and they may pick up freelancing. What would your guidance or advice be to such people as to what could they do differently, and what should they be aware about as they embark on this journey?
Okay, I have been, and whether it's Singapore, India, or I'll talk about these two markets because I know them better than the others. But
Sure.
unfortunately, the past 6 months have been very, very unkind on a lot of people. And I'm talking more about the involuntary exits that people have taken, and
Yes.
somehow I've seen a pattern of not should not have happened, but there is a pattern in terms of aging. There is a pattern in terms of clear salary levels, which is a function of cost regulation. And finally, I think it is also, and if you come down, whether there's a as the age is fine and the skill is fine and all of that, I think attitude. Because
Hmm.
and I'm talking as an organization, because a lot of organizations have realized that they don't really have either the resources or the patience to feed into the changes that are happening. I mean, as people are confused, organizations are also confused.
True.
You know, 2 years ago, the talent was so expensive, perhaps the most expensive, and you had issues like moonlighting and this and that. And then again, there was a slump. And then again, you don't know, maybe in another 3 months, market will again go crazy. I mean, there'll be plenty
Right.
of jobs out there, etc. So I think there's a bit of a mistrust that has come both sides.
Hmm.
And a lot of rebalancing will be needed at a macro level. But at a micro level, at an individual level, one big part that, again, I say is that is your attitude that'll see you through, that'll help you survive or thrive in the system in case it is not involuntary. Dusra cheese, there is a lot of noise in the market. There's
Hmm.
just this is crazy thing about, you see in YouTubers, you see Instagrammers, there's something that my kid was showing me, and she makes about what, about $10 million a year. And by our definition, कोई qualification नहीं है, कुछ नहीं, मैंने क्या पढ़ाई की है? नहीं, पढ़ाई is not relevant, no? And these are content creators and this and that. The fancy of, or the perception that there's so much money out there, और मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ अपने जीवन में, मैं तो 9 से 5 की नौकरी कर रहा हूँ और मेरा ये निकल रहा, that is all wrong. Wrong in the sense that it's completely overstated, and but that messes your head, right? Because you are getting
It
exposed
does.
to all this noise, and आपको लगता है कि यार, अब मेरे को लगता है कि यार मैं तो सबसे बड़ा, मतलब I am तो loser only, because देखो ये कितना कमा रहे हैं, and media doesn't help, content creators don't help, all of this buzz doesn't help. As a startup entrepreneur, I mean, when we were in the midst of COVID, everybody was raising money and people were
Hmm.
getting millions of dollars. These are professional e-learning, ye wo flying. We were also looking at that, and I was also thinking, मुझे पैसा क्यों नहीं मिल रहा? Why am I not getting money? मैं छोड़ देती हूँ ये सब, I'll just drop it off. But no, I mean, we kept doing the best that we knew, and we survived. A lot of people are nowhere to be found now. So net, it's a very touchy topic, and I've seen a lot of pain as well in this topic.
Yes.
Number one, if you're sitting in a good place, please keep sitting. It
True.
is not a pretty picture on the entrepreneurial side, especially if you've come after a very, very long journey of an employment experience. Not right now, because entrepreneurship doesn't happen in a planned way, unfortunately, as I have noticed from an empirical side with a lot of people. It'll just happen. It'll happen overnight. You don't have to plan for it. That is my sense of, again, it may work differently for other people. So if it has to happen, it'll happen. You will gain that confidence कि मैं खींच लूंगा या खींच लूंगी. Second is, market is getting flooded with consultants right now. So please don't flood the market even more. Selling is not easy. It'll take time. Finally, I would suggest, अगर फिर भी आपको करना है, get a couple of clients first. Get your hands dirty. Offline, maybe moonlight a bit. Test it and then jump off. Yeah. Because and this I'm talking particularly for people of my age, who have responsibility as well, who need money in the bank on a daily, on a weekly or monthly basis. Sorry. So yeah, long answer, but yeah.
Sure. Wonderful perspective again. Talking of people who are currently in jobs and wanting to become consultants, I agree with you completely in terms of how crowded the consultant market is becoming. And selling often becomes a huge challenge where people are just not able to, I would say it's more a factor of, I have my 20, 30, 40 years of experience, and that should speak for itself. But we need to find the value proposition fit the right requirements of the role. And that's a struggle. So you're completely right on that part.